This is Dr. Chris's radio horror program, WCW, as well as on vidme.com and our radio horror YouTube page. And I'm here Skyping through to Austria, the cosplay model Nana Kuronoma. Thank you for coming on the show with us.
No problem, I'm very happy to be here.
How did you get into the world of cosplay modeling and such?
Oh, it's a very nice story. As
we have lots of time, don't worry.
Huh? Sorry?
I said we have lots of time, so don't.
Okay.
So tell us a story. Tell us a tale.
Long time ago, in a city far, far away.
Haha, you're a nerd.
I got a crush on a boy as I was young, and he was a very big Final Fantasy nerd, and I played with him in Final Fantasy VII.
Geek. Sorry.
Yeah. He told me that Aerith is the beautiful character he ever seen, and he's a wonderful girl, and he liked his character and everything like this. And I say, okay, I have to find out more about this character. So I go to Google and Google her name and looking pictures and what Wikipedia say about her, and then I found a picture of a cosplayer who cosplayed Aerith. But I don't know it's a cosplayer. For me, it was a girl who looking exactly like Aerith, and it was like, oh my gosh, I have to send him this picture. Okay, I sent him this picture and told him, yeah, look at this, a girl, she looks exactly like Aerith. And he sent me a mail back and told me, yeah, it's cosplay, you don't know this. And I said, oh, no, sorry. Yeah, so I go back to Google and Google cosplay. And then I saw, okay, it's very, very cool, and I should do this also. So yeah, I'm here now.
So you were not doing any type of cosplaying before you, for this person contacted you about Final Fantasy VII?
No.
What were you doing before that?
I was going to school. I was very young. I was at school at this time, just normal school.
What were you going to school for?
In Austria, we have a different school system as yours. We have 4 years in the first school and 4 years in the next one, and then we have to choose what we want to work, and then all we're learning by doing when we go to work. And there I was in the second school.
Gotcha.
So it was just a normal school, basic school.
Were you a super big fan of anime before this?
Not really in anime, more in mangas. We had, I think, 5 different animes here in Austria who's running at the TV, and I don't was this nerd who going to the internet. I was more the manga reading girl. There was lots of mangas here in Austria.
Do you do all the costumes yourself?
No, I have a lot of sponsors. That's why I can do so many cosplays in the year. Because my main job needs a lot of time, and I have 4 jobs.
You have 4 jobs? Jesus.
I have. And so I'm very happy that I have my sponsors. I've been also in a when I want to do a cosplay by myself, I go to a sewing workshop where how I can do it right at the first time. I don't have the time to try to make a costume for a special convention. And then I have to do it on point at the first time. So I need help. I do the cosplay there, and when I make some mistake, she correcting me, and so I can do it right at the first time. I don't need months to sew a dress or something. I just need 2 days. That's what I have to, because when I made a cosplay by myself, I need it on a special convention for a group with friends or something. And then I don't have the time to try. It's sad sometimes, but yeah, it's business.
What's the one cosplay that you're probably most well known for?
Oh, my most famous costume.
Yeah, that you're most yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Robert Englund. Like Robert Englund is most well known for playing Freddy Krueger, or Mark Hamill's most well known for playing the Joker or Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure right now. I think at the first time it was Kanu from Ikethausen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the photos I made in this cosplay going around the world, I found it everywhere. And I think everyone knows this cosplay for me. When I got convinced, most of the people come with figures of this character and wanted to sign the figure. And I think Yeah, it's hard. I think the second cosplay is Kazumi from Dead or Alive. That's the two cosplays everyone knows from me.
Have you ever done anything from this?
No, no.
Are you familiar with Vampire Hunter D?
I never have seen it. I never have read it. I know that it exists, but that's all.
There's 30 novels in the Vampire Hunter D series. Only 25 of them have been issued. Book number 25 just got translated this past just a few weeks ago and came out here in America. The novels have been around since 1983.
Oh my gosh.
It's my favorite anime movie of all time.
Oh, okay.
The photo shoots that you do for your modeling, do you set them up, or is it by suggestion of the photographer that you work with?
No, I work with many different photographers, not only from Austria, also from Germany or from UK. It depends on that what I want to do. When I do my own modeling project, I can choose the photographer, what is very important for me and it's important for my project to get the result I really want. When I have a pay shooting, so when someone book me to make a shooting, I don't really care about the photographer or what I want to do, what I have to. But that's it. Modeling is not so interesting. It's just standing in front of the camera and yeah, taking photos.
What makes you want to do it all the time? Because you have hundreds of thousands of pictures out there, and you have a very successful Patreon page, and your Facebook page is overloaded with fans. What gravitates you to want to cosplay and model?
This is a little bit complicated to explain. I like what I do, and yeah, my fans and my family ask me all the time, you did new photos, you made a new cosplay, I want to see new photos of this one, I want to see new photos of this project, why you don't do photos like this? There are all the time people around me, they push me to do more and more and more, and I'm happy about it, so I know that they like my work. And when someone likes my work, I want to do something for them. So that's why I do what I do. Can I ask you a question? In the background, you have this pirate poster. Is it from the pirate farm?
Which one? That one?
Yes.
The one right next to the Transformer poster?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the adult film Pirates.
Yeah, it was so funny.
You're familiar with that movie, I assume. What's funny is they put they put out two versions here in the United States. They put out an R-rated
Really?
They put out an R-rated version, and they put out the XXX version. That poster
I don't know
was
which
given.
one I saw, but yeah.
That poster was given to me by a former boss of mine. My ex-wife bought me the movie for Valentine's Day years ago.
Oh, that's nice.
You do also a lot of nude modeling. Is that by your design, or is this like the photographers? I mean, is it really hard to do?
No, not really. I really like to do nude shootings when they have a good background. So I made with a photographer two all year seasons nude shooting. So in spring, in summer, autumn, and winter. I think maybe you know my snow photos where I'm naked in the snow.
I don't have all your pictures memorized, but I mean, some of them are like with other ladies, like this one.
Oh yeah, this is my best friend, this is Sam.
Okay.
But I like to do nude shootings. I really love to stay nude in my picture because there is nothing that's more natural than to stay nudie. And I think everyone is beautiful with his body, no matter if you are tiny or whatever.
Why do you think
everyone is beautiful? And yeah,
why do you think
I like to see nude pictures from other cosplayers. I have a lot of them. I think the fans don't know that some of the cosplayers do nude pictures. As long there is nothing porn in the picture, I think it's just art, and that's what I like to do.
I feel the same way. I'm making a comic book, and the artist I'm working with on the comic book, I made a very strong point to her that I don't believe in censorship, and I don't believe nudity to be I don't believe nudity to be pornography. Pornography is like Pirates, the movie, but that's I mean, even that into itself is kind of like beautiful pornography. It's shot really well. It's not overly offensive in any way. It's I mean, that movie's also more of a comedy too. There's a lot of really dumb jokes in the film.
Yeah.
But it's also the set design in Pirates and the costume design is absolutely beautiful. And I don't look at hentai as being this insanely grotesque thing either, especially if you enjoy watching it, like Bible Black, which we talked about beforehand. But in America, we have such a horrible stigma about nudity that on a TV series like American Horror Story, you can have Lady Gaga, the singer, have a very graphic blood orgy with 3 other people, but her nipples are covered up, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I've seen this part of American Horror Story. It was not my favorite season.
No, it wasn't my favorite season either, but I didn't feel like... I thought it was really stupid that we covered up her nipples, but we have her in this blood orgy on the bed. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Do you believe there's a stigma with models who do nude pictures that they're going to be delving into the porn industry? Do you try and educate people on the difference between the two?
Yes, I got some bad expressions when I post my nude pictures on Facebook or my social medias. Sometimes there are persons, they say I sell my body like a war or something, but I don't really care about these people because I give my fans so much when I post them the nude pictures, and the most good feedback I got when I post my nude pictures is from girls and young women. They say, "Oh, it's so nice to see you it's so nice to see you when you do nude pictures because you are not this kind of Victoria's Secret model. You have ass, you have breasts, and it's so nice to see this." So for me, it's more important to get this feedback and put this in my mind, and not the bad one. They say, "Yeah, you make porn stuff."
Have you ever?
Have you think so?
Have you played the? Have you played Darkstalkers? I see that you dress up as Morgana from Darkstalkers a lot. Is she your favorite character to play?
From Darkstalkers?
Yeah.
No. No. I play more with Lilith.
Oh, okay.
When I can.
Yep.
Yeah, because she's a little bit she's faster.
Uh-huh.
And I like to play with fast characters. That's why I really love to play Dead or Alive, because most of the characters are very, very fast. And that's why I really hate Tekken. It's way too slowly for me.
What game are you currently playing?
Right now I don't really play, but I can tell you my favorite games.
Sure.
I really like beat 'em up games, like Dead or Alive. It's one of my favorite games. But I also like the jump and runs, like Spyro the Dragon. It's also one of my favorite games. Yeah, Kuronoma. It's a very old game, but it's in my heart. It's really my favorite game. I have 2 tattoos of this game, and I also love Final Fantasy IX. I know that not many people like Final Fantasy IX. I don't know why, because the story is so beautiful, and I also love the character design and everything in the game. The music is awesome. I have many of the titles on my phone to listen to them all the time. Yeah.
What are your tattoos of? I have, this is from, of course the audience can't see it because this is an audio interview, but on my arm right here is the Belmont family crest from Castlevania.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Castlevania, it was a great game. It was a very great game.
It's just unfortunate that the company that owns Castlevania, Konami, is no longer making video games.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. They're making Pachinko machines. Yeah, people are not happy because we don't have... They own 3 big properties: Silent Hill, Castlevania, and Metal Gear Solid. And they canceled all 3 projects that were supposed to come out. The guy who was making them, Kojima, took the Castlevania code and went to Kickstarter and funded the most successful video game Kickstarter in history of over $7 million he got from fans to make Bloodstained. So there's a new character coming out that you can cosplay. Look up Bloodstained, and she is a female vampire monster hunter. And there's a new character you can cosplay.
Yeah, you can send to me. I can check it out.
Yeah, I will send you the link to the Kickstarter on Facebook. And then
Yeah,
Silent Hills was supposed to star Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead and be produced by Guillermo del Toro, the director of Pan's Labyrinth and Pacific Rim, and that has been changed into a completely different game. They took out the Silent Hill code and left in the code as the game itself and changed it, and it's becoming some other game starring Norman Reedus. I don't know when that's going to be out possibly sometime next year. Have you read the Spider-Gwen comic books? I see you cosplay as Spider-Gwen.
No, because we don't have comics in Austria.
You don't have comic books in Australia?
No.
But you have access to...
No. We don't have them. We can read it on the internet. And sometimes we have the very, very popular ones signed some years. So we have a kind of Batman and Spider-Man, but I'm not sure which ones they are. And I think in some manga and comic book stores, we have some special kind of comics, but they are also in English. So I don't have this comic book background as you have in the USA. You grow up with comics.
Yes.
So you have a better expression to them. In Austria, we just know the Marvel movies. It's a very big hype here. Yeah, that's awesome. We don't have comics like this here. It was not popular as I grow up.
There's
I know this one.
You know? You're familiar with Sunstone?
I know this comic, and a friend of mine know the artist, and she told me we should cosplay the characters. Yeah.
Yes.
But we don't have the time to do it right now. But maybe next year. Let's see.
The artist. How far is Croatia from Austria?
Not so far.
Yeah. So this artist, Sejic Stepan, he and his wife Linda live in Croatia. They've been on the show as well, and I'm actually turning his BDSM lesbian love story Sunstone into an audiobook.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
And he's been very supportive of it. He's been very happy. Yeah. He doesn't mind fan projects based on his work. He's not gonna sue anybody. He thinks of it as a labor of love for his comic book. So he appreciates when fans turn his stuff into cosplay or an audio play. I even told him I would love to one day turn this into a fan film if I find the right actresses who'd be willing to, perform in it, just because there is some adult material. But he is more than happy to, give as much support as he can. Obviously, it'd be free to the public to watch and stuff because I don't own it. But he's not gonna come out to America and sue me and stop me from making it. He's like, no, it's. I appreciate the love, and he's him and his wife Linda will be coming on the show sometime around the time that this interview will air.
Oh, nice.
But horror games you play, such as Lollipop Chainsaw.
That's not really a horror game. It's a girly princess glittering game for me.
A girly princess glittering
you have
game.
Zombies, but when you cut off the head, rainbows come out and glittering and shining. Stars. Yeah, it's not a horror game.
What conventions are you going?
Very, very funny to play because it was very easy. I think a little bit too easy for me, but it was nice. I liked the characters, and the voice actors was great for this game. It was awesome, and I liked the mini games you had in the game. It was good.
Did you ever meet Jessica Nigri, the model for Lollipop Chainsaw?
Of course, every cosplayer knows her.
What conventions are you going to coming up?
For this year, I have one convention in Mexico, in Monterrey, one convention in Austria, in Vienna, and one in Germany, in Frankfurt. It's my last convention for this year, and I hope next year I can come to the States.
Yes!
Because I know that there's so many people, they love my work. And everyone asks me, when you come to the States, please come to Texas, please come to whatever.
You should come to...
the most of the fans I think I have in Texas because I get so many questions when I can come to Texas.
You should come to PAX East. In Boston. Here in Massachusetts.
So many places I should come. I really wish I can come, but it's very hard for a little cosplayer from Austria to go to the USA. I think my work is not so interesting for the conventions in the USA. But your conventions are so big, really. That's awesome. For me, it's unbelievable.
That's not
how
true.
big the conventions
We
are.
have hundreds of thousands of conventions here in the United States, and they book cosplayers all the time. Now,
Yeah, but they don't invade me.
some of them are
Sorry.
local, and you living in Austria might it might, because you wouldn't be flying just yourself. You'd probably have your boyfriend or someone else with you, and that cost. You know, I understand flights. The ticket prices on airplane flights are not cheap. Get an American video game or comic book company to sponsor you to come over here, and you can hang out in the United States for a couple of conventions for a couple weeks, or there's so many conventions here in New England, in the 6 states of New England, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, or Maine, that we have almost a convention almost every other week.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds so easy when you say this, but when I read my message to the big ones, they don't really care about it. Sometimes I have luck and they send me back, oh, we don't know you right now, but we keep you in mind. Then I'm very happy. But yeah, maybe in the future it will work. It would be great.
What's the
Um,
craziest thing that's ever happened at a convention for you?
at a convention, let me see. I don't have so many crazy expressions at conventions. I have more good expressions and funny ones, crazy expressions at conventions. Sorry. One time as I was in Mexico, there was a very big convention, and there was this little girl. She was very far away from my table, was looking at me and started to cry. Oh my god, it was so cute. And then she ran away. Okay, and I think, oh my gosh, why she don't come here? I can hug her. And 1 hour later, she come back with her friends, but I don't was at my table. I go behind her and hug her and say, "Hi, it's great that you come back." And she started to cry again. But she was so happy that I was here, and yeah, I make a picture with her and give her a print and say, "Please don't cry. Oh, everything is okay." Oh, it was so cute, really. Oh. And
Um,
I had so many funny expressions from conventions as I was on a convention with my Elsa cosplay. Oh my gosh, there was so many little girls. They running to me and say, "Oh my gosh, Elsa, thank you that you're making snow for us. Can you make a snowman for me now?" And I say, "Ah, no, sorry, it's too hot here. But maybe in winter when we see us again, then I can you a snow. Then I can make you a snowman." Oh, but it was so cute.
can you give us a hint? Can you tell us or give us a hint of what your next design is coming up based on some cartoon or video game?
I'm already finished with all my cosplays this year, but I'm working. I'm not sure if I can do it this year, but I'm working on my from the King of Fighters.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because it was a video game I played as I was very young in the arcade, and I really love this character. She was so cool. Yeah, it's a very easy cosplay, but it's classy, and when I do the right moves, I think it will look very great.
You should if my comic book Dracula, in my story Dracula, we gender swap the whole cast of Dracula. So Dracula's a woman, Van Helsing's a woman, Jonathan Harker's a woman, Dracula's brides are now Dracula's husbands. If my Dracula comic book becomes big, you should cosplay as my character Dracula.
When you can show me a picture and she have fabric on the body, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, she's got a unique look to her. She has like veins running all over her body from head to toe, like showing she's got like very pale skin, and then the veins on her body from head to toe protrude through, so it looks like she's like the vampires from Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, that's very cool.
And then she has all sorts of different styles of dress and such for different costumes for people to
Yeah.
to base it on, because she's a woman, so she's not going to wear like one specific kind of costume. Um,
Oh,
so we don't have like one set look for Dracula, but I will send you the link to the Facebook page, which I just sent you right now on Facebook, Dracula the Graphic Novel. We have the mini comic book coming out next week called Resurrection of Dracula, and then we begin working on the actual main comic book.
oh, Oh, nice.
Yes. So you can see the and then we have this Sunday, me and the actress Jackie Aguirre are going to be recording the audio narrative for my Dracula comic book. We're going to turn it into an audio book and stick it on iTunes.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So, but if you have a Patreon P.O. box that you let fans send you comic books, I can either send you a PDF of the comic book to read or a physical copy, depending on how much shipping is to Austria.
Oh, that would be very cool. I can send you the address to shipping on Facebook, and I'm not sure about the shipping. I think it's like this. The comic book is not very thick.
No, it's very, very. It's only 12 pages, so hopefully it doesn't cost that much to ship to Austria.
No, I can give you the money back. It's no problem.
No, don't worry about that. No, it's
I
just.
have a comic book. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, don't worry about that. But don't worry about the shipping. It might take a couple weeks because I know it's at least 2 weeks to ship to Germany.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we had we have a relationship with IDW. IDW Comic Books published Transformers. They published Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Godzilla, Star Trek, Ghostbusters, and we had a contest, and one of our contest winners was in Germany, and it took 2 weeks for the book to get to Germany by first class mail.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, because of customs, customs is very, very strict.
Yeah, it's the same in Austria.
So after the book launches, I will mail you a copy of Resurrection of Dracula. And then read it. Let me know what you think. If you could post a picture of it on Facebook, that'd be great too. Well, why don't you give out your website information and where people can find you online to connect with you and your Patreon page so they can order pictures from you?
Yay! You can find me everywhere in the net when you put Nano Kuronoma on Google. I'm at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, DeviantArt. And in January will come my homepage. There is also a new store where I have better prices for my prints, so they are lower. Hopefully I got many orders from you.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show with us and talking a little bit about your work and such, and hopefully you can make it out to the United States at some point in 2017.
I hope to.
All right. Thank you so much.